Gosh, chat. Today was fucking unfortunate as hell. The most unfortunate, unlucky day I've experienced all month, probably. Dude, I just hate looking at this, bro. You know, I was enjoying my day, trying to forget about this shit, and then, now I have to sit back and remember it doing this fucking recap. So, gonna. Don't want to do this, bro. I just want to get it over with, but. Let me take my jacket off. It's kind of hot in here. All right. So, yeah. Essentially, what happened, right, was took this play here off open. All right, nice shooter swing. It's pretty obvious. Surprised it didn't hit, but it's understandable. It would have been a break even. This was a break even trade, 100%, 100%. All right, you're already up about half an R here, about 0.7 R, so 100% a break even, but. My dumbass. It's no one's fault but mine. Just being honest here, but what the fuck, bro? So, instead of entering micros, my dumbass entered fucking minis. Instead of entering like 5, I forgot how much. I think it was like 5 micros, right? 5 micros, 5, 6, 7 micros, I forgot, but I entered basically the opposite amount on minis. So what the fuck, bro? I hit daily loss limit. Alright, in fact, it went above that. I lost even more than daily loss limit was, couldn't liquidate me in time just because of how fucking volatile price was, right? I got fucked right here. Right here. Hit daily loss limit. The thing is, we barely took me out of daily loss limit, and then after that, we ran lower. So I would have been up a shit ton, right? But hit daily loss limit. Right, I dragged my stop loss. I wasn't even looking at the amount, right? I wasn't looking at the amount. I put my stop up here, and then I was dragging TP down. As I was dragging TP down, I see I'm like, what the fuck? Why does it say so much? And right before I could even close my position, that shit just wicks up, takes me out. Like, imagine this shit just delivered instead. Could you imagine? Dear Lord. Oh my goodness. Anyways, yeah, that's very, very fucking unfortunate, bro. So hit daily loss limit, missed out on this banger ass setup. There's so many setups this day too that I can go over. Oh, it hurts, bro. It hurts. It really does. This is fucking painful. So, gonna get into the recap. Starting off with market open. Let's get to market open. Go ahead and hide the drawings here. Starting off on the 4 hour, of course, that's what we always start on. 4 hour, there's really nothing much. Okay, there's nothing much. There's no gaps here. The only possible thing I can think of is this order block right there. That's about it. But before I get into the scale to lower time frames, I just want to show that we've tapped this monthly gap here. All right, we hit this monthly gap down here. Over on the higher time frame, really am honestly just looking for this leg to get rebalanced to the 50% mark, which aligns perfectly with that order block right there, that monthly order block. All right, so let me hide that. The weekly, I think we're in a weekly gap as well. In that weekly gap, so higher time frame, we're anticipating a reversal or a sell-off. We really don't know yet. Daily gap there. I really don't need to get into all this. I don't really use that time frame that much. But since I was looking for, I don't know why I said reversal, but since my higher time frame bias was towards the 0.5 of this range here into that monthly order block, I was leaning bearish on the higher time frame. So whichever, if the hourly and 4 hour can show me that we're bearish, then I'm gonna smack shorts. So now that we established the 4 hour, let me reset this because TradingView is not letting me stretch my screen out, which is fucking annoying. Every day, bro. Every fucking day I have to go through this shit. It's not even fair, bro. Like, why? Why? Alright, where's market open? Now I gotta hide the drawings again. Alright, so now that we established the 4 hour, we can look at the hourly. Let's see. Now I'm getting a fucking call. I'm making a video. Call me back in like a minute, in like 10 minutes. I'll call you back. All right, so hourly bouncing out of this gap here. Order block got hit, bouncing out of that. Overall, like, I mean, high, low, lower high, lower low, and then we make a higher high, and then we come back low, higher high, and then a lower low. So just no structure, right? There's absolutely no structure. We close above this hourly up here. We do have this hourly that's currently holding. Now, 1, 2, 3 times it's hit it, and we're continuing to respect it. So I can see longs off that. Now scaling down to the 15-minute time frame. I just reset this fucking shit. Why is it? I'm not gonna get mad, bro. I'm not gonna get mad. Relatively equal lows here. We have London low, and then targets we have stacked Asia highs from today's high, and then previous day Asia highs. So and then we have just this buy side up here, and then there's untapped fair value gaps all the way up there. On the 4 hour up here and here, hourly up here and here. This one's not untapped, but yeah. So really just playing off that hourly as our condition. And then if we look on ES, I think we had an SMT at these highs. Yeah. So SMT at these highs up here. And then Asia just kind of has, I mean, not Asia. ES has some low resistance getting built up here. So honestly, this has been happening lately. Price, or not price, I keep fucking up every word I'm saying. These two assets have been pretty uncorrelated. So what I've been seeing lately is that Asia will run up all the highs, NQ won't, and then although it looks like good draws to the upside or to the buy side, whichever side you're, there's targets that forms that SMT, this will turn into high resistant. And then since, these time frames align with that the higher time frame, I swear to fuck, bro, if I mess up one more word, I'm going to lose it. Anyways, let me drink some water. All right, let me slow down. I'm probably still pissed off a little bit from today's fucking performance. But yeah. Anyways, we're gonna use that hourly as our condition. So market opens. Let's see what we have. We have a 15-minute up here. Let me just reset this because it's already pissing me off like a lot. I just had the biggest urge to smack the I want to smash the shit out of my fucking mouse on this mouse pad so badly. Gosh, bro, that pisses me the fuck off. High drawings, there we go. Alright, so the first condition we have right here is this 15 minutes. So we can use this 15 minute. We're already in the hourly. We're bouncing out of it, so we're bouncing out of this huge gap here, like multiple times. We have a devil's dick right here. Devil's dick is essentially just a devil's mark. I just call it that. I don't know why. That's a pretty good target. Forming some low resistance here. But if we are going to respect that hourly, I want to see this range. Okay, this range, we have a fair value gap in the premium. If we inverse this, then we can look for longs. If we respect this, we should get rejection out of here and push lower. So that's really what I'm looking for, right? Now. First trade, we run up, we hit this 30-minute gap. Well, it was going to be a 30-minute, but it hit before market open, so no 30-minute gap. Excuse me, I just burped. Bam, market opens. We run up first. If I show you in the 15 second, you can see we wick up first. So we do end up generating the 30-minute, and we actually tap into it. Wait. I guess it was generated before. Maybe I was tripping. Whatever. Anyways, we hit this 30-minute. We hit the unfilled 15-minute above. Okay. We hit this order block right there. With a breaker right there. And then same shit. After that, what else do we hit? What else? I think 5-minute as well. Yeah, we hit this unfilled 5-minute. And then we also have, we're in the premium of this range here. We're in OTE. This leg has already been balanced. Alright, balance to premium, run lower. So we now use this newly generated leg. This is yet to be rebalanced. So hit OT of that leg, and then right after that, we pretty much just got a short right here, inversing this 1 minute. We didn't quite inverse this one, but I kind of just took it. Well, maybe we inversed it to the tick. Okay, it just wasn't, but I still entered it just discretionally. I was like, there's no way this doesn't hit. It's at least a break even, if anything. Targeting just the low resistance right here that we have built up on the higher time frame, and then that devil's dick is really what I'm trying to target right there for about a 1.25. Now Bam. I enter fucking 5 micro or 5 minis instead of 5 micros. Hit daily loss limit. We absolutely dump. I would have made bank if we just didn't get that fucking pullback, bro. And then yeah, I got fucked. So this would have been a break even. Hit daily loss limit, and then yeah, I was done. I was ready to crash the fuck out, but kept my composure and just said I really wanted a revenge trade on another account on here. Well, I actually didn't want to do that. I don't know why I said that. It popped up in my mind. I thought like this is the most pattern long setup ever. You know, anybody who just went through what I went through, like 99% of traders would have for sure revenge traded off this woman IFG. I 100% did not like it. It looked fucking terrible. We did sweep this intermediate low, but what are you targeting? You're targeting 930 open that swept. Dude, this is a double protected high. We sweep it once and we sweep it twice at market open. Like, what the fuck? We do have LR up here. I will say we do have LR up here. We have equal highs, and we just have those overall buy side targets up here. But once again, I have to see this 15-minute get closed through. This is just way too protected to take. And then not only that, by the time we get the entry, we already come past this high. That was a crazy voice crack. Oh my gosh. We already come past this high. And then, yeah, from there it's chop work, right? I figured maybe I could take a continuation long right here. You know, we came back into discount at this range. All right, if we bounce out of this with a good rejection, I like the rejection we had here, and then inverse something maybe on the 1 minute or 30-second. I would have liked to take that, gone break even at the swing high. We never ended up getting that, so at this point we're just playing within our conditions. So we don't really have a set bias, okay? Because we ran up, we rejected, and we tapped back into it, but we've yet to close above it. So I'm still a little bit iffy on the bias. We do give this 1 minute short here. Let me go ahead and take this off the screen. Give this 1 minute short. Now, the reason I don't like this is, for one, it's a pretty fucking big stop loss, bro. Holy shit. 120 fucking points. Are you dead ass right now? Are we dead ass? Are we dead ass? Horrible fucking trade. Horrible, horrible. There's no structure. Alright, I mean, if we made relatively equal lows, I would have loved this. But no. Protected low, we swept this. What else? It's just, I mean, yes, it's pretty V-shaped, but like I said, there's no structure, especially having a protected low here, and we're still playing within in this condition, so we have to have more confirmation. Now, we get a pullback, which is, I figured this would happen. I 100% thought this would lose. We start accumulating like crazy. All right, then we get a push up. Now, here's where the good stuff happens, okay? So, you can see from this range right here, from this low up to this high, we tap OT, we tap the 0.62 of this range. What else do we tap? We also hit this BPR up here. All right, there's the full BPR. What else? Everything else we tapped into. I believe that's it. Did we? No, we didn't retest this. I don't think so. Let me see. Okay, we did retest the 15-minute, so that's another confluence as well. Yeah, everything's aligning. The one thing I can say that's not the best is we have LRLR up here, so that's pretty dangerous. But I mean, we're leaning pretty bearish. This is more of a discretional play. Now the entry is a bit confusing. We had a small 30-second right here, okay. And if you're wondering why this is not the entry, I'll tell you exactly why. For one, I don't like this tiny ass 1 minute. I do love the delivery. All right, this AMD looks fucking beautiful, phenomenal, right? I don't like this entry strictly because we got a 15-second down here, right? I like this 15-second a lot more. Let me just... This 15-second just looked much more convincing, okay? We had great LRLR right here. This was fucking beautiful, man. Beautiful, beautiful LRLR. To the downside to go break even. I mean, dude, look at this accumulation level. This is just perfection, bro. It doesn't get any better than this. From this low, this high, these highs up here, perfect accumulation. All right, manipulation, we just stabbed through everything. All right, that looks fucking beautiful. And then the distribution, you're gonna see, oh, the distribution. Oh my gosh, if only I could catch this, but no. Daily loss limit, guys. Daily fucking loss limit. Look at that fucking distribution, bro. Oh my gosh, the most perfect AMD setup on the lower time frame, bro. This looks so fucking beautiful, but No, I just couldn't catch it. I just couldn't catch it. The fucking daily loss limit, bro. Fuck daily loss limits, bro. Why is that shit even a thing, bro? Actually, low-key, I ain't gonna lie. That shit saved the hell out of me, bro. I'm over here complaining. That shit would have tore my account up. Well, actually, I don't know. Let's see. If I enter right here, I got like a little bit later of a fill, maybe right here. We pulled back 25 points. Let's see. 25 times 25. Wait. I'm not doing that fucking math here. My phone's not working. Yeah, maybe that could have saved me. I don't know. What else? But yeah, perfect AMD setup here. Alright, let me get rid of this. Perfect AMD setup, 15-minute IFEG. The 30-second was alright. Definitely much more risky, but I definitely want to see something much more convincing to take like this, especially because I forgot to mention, but it was a FOMC today, so pre-FOMC, you gotta be very, very careful, very cautious. Break-even point, I guess you could have gone. I would have personally gone once we swept this right here, a pretty close break-even, and then yeah, once we go below this, this is just like, I mean, it's confirmed to be a winning trade, right? We edge that devil's dick. We come back, retrace. I was praying to God, okay? I don't pray on anyone's downfall, but well, really, it really wasn't. But I was praying for this trade to lose. I was literally like hoping this trade would get break even because I did not want to miss out on anything. But unfortunately, just had to see this, you know, displaced like crazy to the downside. It's really, really unfortunate. Ended up coming down to all the targets. These were all the targets I marked out that I wanted. I really liked a London low. I liked this daily low, and then previous day low right here. And we had some other targets over here, which I was trying to target yesterday, but I didn't catch a valid entry. We had these lows here, and then this was that monthly order block. But yeah, obviously you wouldn't. I mean, unless you want to really let your nuts hang, you could aim all the way down here. About a fucking 1 to 17R, but there's no need to do that. Let me see how far we delivered to the downside. Okay, I know FOMC pumped, and then we ended up dumping after. Oh, wow. Are you serious? I know what the deal is. Why does this thing keep popping up? I know what the deal is tomorrow, or at least, you know, this upcoming week. All right, let's go back, and let me see the other setups that, you know, occurred today. Of course, main target, previous day low. Damn, 1 to 6.5R. What a fucking disappointment I am, bro. Oh my gosh, this is some bullshit. Alright, so we gave 2 setups. One's a break even. Give another very, very good setup here. And then we end up displacing lower. And of course, this range has already been balanced out, so we mark the new range that has yet to been rebalanced. We have this low up until this high. Now at this point in time, let me delete that as well. We pull back, we hit EQ of the range. Okay, what else do we hit? Hit this 5-minute in here, right there. We also pull back into this breaker right there, right? This order block, this is our order block, this little breaker. We hit that, and then I don't think there's no 15-minute or anything for sure. Yeah, no 15-minute, and we get very nice rejection. I really like the rejection here. The one problem I have, well, I guess we just generated more LR right here to target on a higher time frame. Got the pullback. I didn't like the entry. It was a pretty small fair value gap. The rejection on the 30-second looked horrendous. This looks fucking chopped. Chopped as hell. Excuse me. Here's the entry here. Pretty much just entering off that 1-minute rejection to the downside. Targets, of course, would be to these lows down here. 3R play. Maybe you could have entered if you wanted to be safe off the CISD, which we barely even got it. Like, barely, bro. Just barely. Let's see if you waited for the next candle. Oof. Ooh, yeah, no. The 30-second was definitely valid enough, in my opinion. Okay, we got a minor. No, this wasn't a change in state. Never mind, I'm tripping. We got that 15 second plus the 30 second. I really like the structure. We put in this order block here on the 15 second. Very, very beautiful. Oh, whoa. Talk about not having structure, man. What the fuck? That's some perfect LR on the 15 second right there to go break even at. And then yeah, just deliver. We end up generating equal highs. What else can we talk about here? These equal highs, probably shouldn't be too worried about them because we did have, where is it, right here? No, right here. We had 10 a.m. All right, 10 a.m. open. If you took this long on 10 a.m. off this just random ass long, about almost 20 points in drawdown, you probably would have been fried if you're a top and bottom ticker. But 10 a.m. went in this favor, in the short, went in the short's favor because you would only had, I think it was 13. Yeah, about 13 points in drawdown. So if you took this, would it look something like this, depending on where your stop was. Maybe about a 20 point stop. 5.5 R trade compared to a 3R. So that would have been a nice move, especially considering since that entry is about almost 50 points lower and you're still catching more RR. That's, gosh, bro, that's fucking crazy to me. Actually, main targets would be down here. I'm kind of just yapping and just, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I'm not even doing a trade recap. I'm just looking back at this shit and thinking about how I hit daily loss limit today. What a fucking wonderful day, bro. Gosh, I just wanna off myself. I shouldn't say that. All right, let me lock it. Let me lock the fuck in. I'm gonna go over. You know what? Why not? Might as well do a review over FOMC. Didn't look over it, but yeah. Before I head into FOMC, just to briefly go over everything. 1 minute short here, pretty discretional. Got break even. All right. Beautiful fucking continuation short here. This was just wonderful. Probably the best setup here. LR below. A bit more dangerous, I would say. Not dangerous, but risky just because we're still in that hourly. And yeah, this has been tapped into like 3 times and we don't know if we're closing above it or below it. But I really like this play. We get displacement lower, pull back into EQ, hitting this order block, right? And then having good LR on the lower time frame. Pretty solid entry point in my opinion, at least on the 15. The 15 second looked way better than the 30 second, but yeah, pretty solid entry point. Great targets, A+ targets. Everything was just phenomenal. I wonder if there's any other fair value gaps we could have gone break even at. Probably like a 3 minute maybe. Okay, there's a really tiny 3 minute right there. You can see right there. Probably a 2 minute as well. 2 minute you could have targeted or gone break even at. Anything on the 1 minute? No. But yeah, that was a really, really good trade. Definitely 2 of the best plays today that I've seen so far. After this, everything's chopped. We generate LR, don't really get any manipulation, and then we just burst through these lows. And then boom, 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 boom. We get a long. Not good structure here. I'm not liking structure at all. We'll sweep this internal high. All right, now this. Okay, this looks fucking great. I think I saw this when I was at the gym. LR above. Okay, manipulation lower. What do we tap? Let's see. Let me go on replay mode to the lowest point we made right there. See what we tapped into. So yeah, we just swept these lows over here. There's really not much else to it, but we swept those lows, and I don't know, maybe we're due for a rebalance after taking all these levels out. But to confirm that, we need a lower time frame DOL, which is this 1 minute up here. This 1 minute set of low resistance. Wow, no unfilled 15 minute up here. We definitely have an unfilled hourly. Unfilled hourly up here, so I'll mark that out. Okay, that unfilled hourly aligns perfectly with this LR above, so that's definitely going to be the targets. Once we sweep lower, we have that manipulation going below this low here. Didn't get a valid entry here. We just ended up rejecting lower. All right, bounce back. no inverse, coming lower, and this is the lowest point we made. There's no valid entry here just because we keep pushing lower past these gaps. So once we see some better structure, like a break past this inversion of these gaps, and then, you know, higher lows being put in, that's when it would be, you know, valid enough. So great displacement higher. Now you don't want to just take any fucking entry. You don't want to wait. Oh, you know, gaps got inversed here. Let me just, boom, just enter like a fucking retard and have, what is this, 130 point stop. Like, no, that's what we are not gonna do. Okay. How many balls was that? Yeah. So you wait for a pullback. Pretty simple. Now, perfect. Right before we finish running this LR, we hit this internal high, but we don't hit, you know, the full LR. We're probably in premium of this range, actually. So you got to see, are we going to run lower? You know, because we could very well just respect the premium of this range and then continue to run lower. So what we got to do now, since we're already, you know, leaning more towards that bullish bias just with the targets and everything, you can see we hit, wow, we hit that perfectly. There's probably like a 5 in it too. Oh my gosh, this is fucking beautiful, bro. Just mark it from here. This is phenomenal. Dude, this is wonderful. I'm just, holy shit, bro. I can't believe why the fuck was I not at home trading, bro? Goodness gracious, this is fucking beautiful. Okay, we pull back, fail to close above this. We get a resweep. All right, resweep into the 5 minute, into discount. Oh wow, oh wow. We already know how this plays out, so I'm not gonna. Obviously, this is fucking hindsight, but dude, if I saw this, I promise you I would have taken it. Of course, I saw this after it already played out, but dude, this is just so textbook. Oh my gosh, dude, this is not even fucking fair. This is not fair, bro. This is not fucking fair. What the fuck? Okay, looks like we got another pullback. We hit the 15 minute. Okay. We hit this 5 minute. Okay. Discounts just below. Maybe wait for that to get hit. Okay, I don't like the entry here. We just kind of formed LR. Okay, we get a 5 minute right here, but yeah, I don't like the LR that's generated there. And then I guess from there we just do some bullshit. Another long. Holy fuck, every long is just printing. But anyways, that's gonna wrap it up. I'm kind of just showing off everything here, but yeah, really unfortunate day today. Fuck daily loss limit. I can't really talk too much. It's my fault for making that stupid ass technical error mistake. But then also that daily loss limit could have saved me from blowing the account. So, well, anyways, I'm gonna have to fucking redeem myself. All right, tomorrow. Well, yeah, tomorrow morning. So hopefully that goes well. And yeah, I'm out. This video is pretty fucking long. Holy shit, it's already about to be 12. All right, well, I'm out. Peace.